Alright, what's up, dudes? In this little video, I'm just going to talk about a whole bunch of randomness. Need to get my monetization up. Try and get my views and my view time up to get that 4,000 hour view mark. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So a little bit of randomness, a little bit of everything that's been going on, you know. This little beautiful thing right here. Trying to get this thing. Would love to get it twin turbocharged. As you guys may know, want one right here. Just getting the exhaust back into it. It's going to be a little difficult. Have to modify the thingamajig right here because I flipped the headers. The one that was over here, I've put it over there, flipped it. Turns out it doesn't work for these engines, I guess. You can't just flip them and expect it to work, and that's why I had to end up modifying it. As you see right here, let me get a flashlight. It sits here somewhere around here. La la la. I don't feel like looking for it. Here it is on the floor. Oh yeah, AC delete. That was easy. There's just a couple hoses and a little condenser, I guess. I don't know what that's called. Only thing that's still left in there is the whatever that thing's called. That's like an intercooler heat exchanger. I have no idea. Like a radiator, but it's not a radiator. But yeah, look at all that space. That is nice. Oh yeah, and here's my little welding work for the turbo. There is a slight angle going. I guess you can see it. It doesn't go straight into the wall. If you see down in there right there. So, yeah. Same with that. Let's see if you can see in there. It's not the best angle, but maybe it doesn't have an angle on that one. Huh, oh well. Anyways. But yeah, that's all I had to. That actually took me a really long time, like 10 hours for real. I do need a bigger compressor. I mean, I think it does help on the very, very low ends, like before it even gets the boost. Get this one there. There we go. Slide that on there. Yeah, I don't have a flange made, so. And it does fit on there real snug, like. I mean, not perfectly snug, but. That's how that looks. Oh, God. Get back on there. And here I am saying it was snug and it just falls off. Well, okay, it's on there good now. But yeah, that's what I'm going for. A little bit of hood scoop action will be nice, you know. Look kind of like a nose coming out. Like nostrils, I guess. Hood scoop will be like from here to here, well, about right there, yeah. Square, no, long rectangle, kind of. I don't know. I have to figure out how to get this in there right without touching. I mean, with the with this right here, because I'm only running like 6. Well, I want to run like 6 psi. This little puny compressor side won't let me reach that high. But it does spool. Is it like this or like this? Yeah, it was like that. I gotta twist that on there really good. And slide that over here. Then screw it down. I'm gonna skip that, but you know what's going on. Same over here. There we go. Yeah, I need to reroute that something. I mean, it doesn't touch when I have it down here. It just is really close, and I don't know how hot the pipes get. These silicones, they say they can handle up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know. I mean, I've seen on YouTube where some videos, those things get cherry red. But I don't think I'll ever get cherry red. unless I retard the timing like crazy. If my research is correct, retarded timing will have you heat up a whole lot. It's cool if you want to hear some backfire and see some flames coming out, but it will hurt your power anyways. Yeah, there's that little compressor wheel. Oh yeah, you may be wondering why I have this blocked off, where the blow-off valve is supposed to go. Let's see. I also have the wastegate shut. I was trying to get as much spool as possible, as much pressure coming in as possible, but I tested it in third gear. I got into high third gear, and I mean, it gets to zero vacuum quicker, but it's, you know, I need to show you the boost gauge because my boost gauge is not reading right. Here's an eBay boost gauge for you. It reads, that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I don't know, about 3 vacuum. And it reads up to 0, I think. So when I got into high third, I think it touched 0, I'm not sure. So maybe I hit 1 PSI. Yeah, this thing is gotta go. Now I'm looking into other compressors. They look bigger because this side right here was only 1 inch, and I started porting it. It's almost 2 inches now. I gotta take this off now. Here we go. Let's see if you can see it. If I can get this off. There we go. I'm not sure if you'll notice it, but, well, and second of all, one of the seals, the oil seals, are broken. So, where's my flash? I guess I'll put this on the ground. Got the flashlight again. Yeah, this thing was about 1 inch, about 1 knuckle, maybe. And I started porting it out with a Dremel. Yeah, it didn't help much. It really didn't help any, I guess. This came off of a Fiat 500, 1.4 liters. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense why it won't do anything. But it does help the vacuum, the coming off of the idle. It really does. I think it does. I don't know. It might just be placebo. This is an AR-40, as you can see right there. AR-40. Area ratio of 40. And that is what an AR-40 wheel looks like. But what the AR is, area divided by ratio. That's something like that. Area times 100 divided by ratio times 100. There's some formula. I hate math, so yeah, you do it for me. Some crap. I mean, when I had this thing mid-mounted, I don't know if you saw the video where I had it mounted in the middle, but when it was mid-mounted and I had my turbo manifolds both on correctly, see right now this one is off, so this thing gets loud. But when the manifold was on and the turbo was in the middle, you could definitely hear this spool. There was no doubting you could hear that thing spool. I guess because the sound was muffled and yeah, it was spooling. Still looking okay though. Cherry red, black on top. Even though it does look like one of those Italian guys, Italian golfers, I guess. Those golfer hats. That's what I think of when I see it, because it's off-centered to the side. Dang, I didn't know how long 45 minutes was. It's only been 9.5. But yeah, here's the car. What else do I want to do to this thing? I will always like the fact that it's standard. I would love to make it 6-speed, T56, but there's more stuff involved into it. I'm okay with cutting the center out so that has to move back. Something with a neutral safety switch. I may have to disable that. And the cross member in the middle that holds the transmission up, that has to be modified. I think it goes further with the T56. It's a 6-speed, by the way, that I'm telling you about. 6-speed T56. Yeah, I need that extra gear because of that. Saving all the gas mileage. The gas. 456 gears. That plus, I read that the gearing actually goes down a bit, so it might feel like I have a 430 in the back. Well, since I'm rambling on, I might as well say tires. I would love thicker tires. These are 205s. I would love to have some 305s. That's like... Can you see that? Let me get the flashlight again. There we go. But yeah, it's like taking this. This is 205. Divide it by half. Take that half and add on that much. Yeah, that's what I need. I mean, I don't really just want that, but I kind of need that. I do. In first gear and second gear, when I mash the gas, it's spinning tires. No doubt. It will spin those tires. And coming off of a reverse and first gear, yeah, you have to slip the clutch. It's mandatory. If you don't slip that clutch, that tire's spinning. That tire's chirping. So, that would not be fun. I wonder how long clutches last when you slip like that. When it's mandatory. I guess as long as it doesn't heat up and start shredding itself, I guess. I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy that. For now, I'll learn clutches better one day. Oh yeah, and if you've seen my video when I did the posi track differential, it's turning out great. I've done some hard launches, man. And some tough launches. I mean, clutch dropping like 5,000 RPM launches. I haven't heard anything cling or clang yet. Especially from that burnout video you guys saw. Yeah, I'm definitely surprised nothing broke because the bushings and the, I guess it's the upper control arms, maybe both upper and lower, they tend to flex and start chirping and start bouncing sideways and but yeah, I need some 305s. But another thing is, for you guys that don't know, you can't just throw power and grip on the car and try and do some wheelies because something else is going to break. And that will be, they say it's something with the rear end because I'm running a 7.5 I used to think it was 7.5 axle, but it's not the axle. It's the ring, the width of the ring. Like mine's 7.5, I need an 8.8. Because I measured my axle one time. I took it out when I was doing the rear end, and I measured the circumference. It was about 5.5 inches all the way around. And then I went onto the forums. I was like, man, I thought you guys I thought this was a 7.5 axle. And they were like, no, that's not how you measure your rear end. You measure it by the ring gear. I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, because when I measured the diameter of the ring gear, hang on, let me show you. I can prove it to you. I've got my 273 here. It's just sitting out. 7.5. Wish this thing was electric, so don't slap me. There we go. Alright. 7.5. See that? Let me get this on right. 7.5. Now that's how they measure the rear end. Now that would be a big difference for sure. 8.8. That's a lot more leverage. I wonder if it gives more torque. So does that mean if I get the 8.8, I might as well go to like 571 gear ratio and big tires? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that would be the equivalent of what I run now, and it'll end up breaking anyway. Might as well get a 9-inch, even though. How much is a 9-inch? Let me see. Look this out again. 8.8 to 9-inch. I don't know. How do you read? How do you get 8.8? Is that something like that? There's 8.5, 8.5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I guess every little bit counts. You're asking the wrong guy here. I don't know that yet. Yeah, that's my little 273 little gas saver right there. My power reducer. The thing that I don't like. That disgusts me. When I drove my first V6 3.8, it was disgusting. Oh my god, I puke on that one. Ugh. Right when I got this car home, didn't even want to drive it. Because it's a 3.8 V6. I'm like, F that. Man, 456 gears, put it on the lift and throw them right in. Yeah, no 273s for this guy. That does not suit me at all. Not for me, not for this guy. What are we running? 16 minutes. So yeah. Gas, fuel. 93, I guess. I don't know. It runs good on regular right now. I would like to run it on, man, call me crazy, but nitromethane. Turn this thing into a top fuel Mustang on the street. That would be stupidity. Then I would have to throw those 273s back in. Yeah, all that torque. But first, I definitely need to get those connecting rods replaced. I mean, they're good. It's just I need forged. This can only handle, I don't know, 300, I guess. But when I start putting turbo in and need that extra capability, I don't want the torque to, like if I do 20 pounds of boost, I don't want the rods to break. And plus, it'll allow me to go to 8,000 RPM without the rods breaking. 8,000 RPM plus 20 pounds of boost equals boom, kabloom, and then kabloom. Nitrous would be cool, but I don't know. That's not really my thing. Even though it would look cool to have a bottle in the back. I want Nitrous Express just because they look cool. I like the logo. Even though blue is cool from NOS. NOS. What else? Do. Is anybody else melting? I'm melting. It's hot out here. Let's put this on low so it doesn't interfere with the... Yeah, I'm over here. I'm melting, dudes. I know y'all may be cool, but I'm over here. Turned into an ice cream cone. What else? What else? I'm thinking about trying those eBay turbos. Let's see how big this is. 2-inch inlet, about a 1-inch outlet. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I mean, on the eBays, they say 3-inch inlet, even though it for sure is no 3-inch inlet. Like, it looks like it comes from a 3-inch and narrows to a 2. And then it goes into there. But a 2-inch outlet, I don't know. I ported this out to a 2-inch. Is this 2 inches? Okay, it's not 2 inches, but it's close. It's about 1.5 inches. I need the measuring thingy. Here we go. Okay, my measuring is off. It's about 1.25 inch. Huh. 2-inch outlet. I need to relook that on eBay. That's a huge outlet. I had to have misread that. Unless it meant the inducer and the exducer. I don't know. That would be sweet if it was that big. That would be like was about 25 millimeters per inch. That's like 50. I think so. I don't know. My math may be off. I have to wait and see if I get it. See when I get it. Because I don't know if you guys have seen those eBay turbos put to use. I don't know. Do those Hondas put out more oil pressure than this? I mean, this sits at about, I don't know, is it like 40 psi or something? It doesn't say on the gauge. I need to start carrying that flashlight around. Arrgh. Oh, it's magnetic too. Dang it. Don't you hate it when things are magnetic and you don't want them to be magnetic, but they're going to be magnetic because they're magnetic and they want to be magnetic, but you don't want them to be magnetic all the time, but yeah. Hey, it's like, oh no, I locked myself out of my car. Oh, windows open. Okay, I'm being dirt. Wheel pressure, yeah, it doesn't say. It just says low, high, and medium, normal. So, I don't know. I read somewhere, don't know how true it is, it's about 10, well, no, I can't say that. I was going to say 10 psi per 1,000. I guess when it's idled, and then it goes higher, I have no idea. There's a lot of bad info on the internet. If I'm repeating any bad info, let me know. I'll research it some more. Yeah, these taillights are good. You can see red perfectly. No problems. And that 500 feet away, way down the road, yeah, you'll definitely see them. So if a cop pulls me over, I'll send his ass back outside and say, you better check again. These things are working. Can't give me a ticket for faulty taillights. Send his ass right back outside. Even in the daylight, 500 feet away, you'll see them. I'm just replying to what other people have said because my last car had tinted taillights, and I've had zero problems with the law out here. So, if you can't see tinted taillights with the brakes on, you're blind. You don't need a license. Just get off the road. For real. But yeah, let's move on to talk about this a bit. 212cc. This thing turned out to be a nice motor. For 212cc's, and there's 250cc's out there, motorcycles, that they can get over 400. Well, can't they get at least over 300 horsepower? At least 200? And if that's the case, this thing should be able to get at least 100. And if that being true, I guarantee I can get this thing going. I just need another carburetor. And I would like to turbocharge it. You can do it. I just need one carburetor for the intake, so it'll start on that carburetor, and then when the RPMs take over, it'll draw through all the other gas and fuel and whatever, nitromethane, whatever I want in there. Then it'll haul. I wonder if retarding the ignition timing would be the same as a car. I don't know. I might have to remove the timing key. Remove the timing key and then turn the flywheel back. I can do that easily. I know how to do that. I'm smart enough, intuitive, creative. If only I got paid for it, man. But yeah, 10 speeds, 10 speed gears. If this engine was working, golly, someone please donate some money for carburetors. That would be great. I've got to deal with this car right here. I need to get it street legalized. Turbocharged and street legalized. Talking emissions, O2 sensors, the fronts. And the widebands are expensive as hell. Like $100-something a piece, and I need 2 of them. Well, preferably I need two of them. I guess I could run it into one pipe, but then you would never know if one bank of cylinders is bad or not. You'll just think they're both bad. 25 minutes. I got like 20 minutes to go. But yeah, all this power this puts out, that 380 cam that I got in there, plus the ratio rockers, dude, that's like, I don't recall what I said those were, because I made them myself and they're already rusted to crap. Got piles of rust on them. But yeah, and then a GX390 car, man, this thing was nice. It took me to 58 miles an hour, and that was before, that was before the ratio rockers. Yeah. Torque converter. Don't use a torque converter unless it's from a snowmobile. 40 series cannot handle this power. I mean, it can if it's stock. It can if it's mildly modified. But throw on a 380 cam. A modified torque converter cannot handle this power. I mean, when I gunned it, I had the yellow spring on the back. That's the stiffest spring they make. And when I gave it half throttle, the belt just sank straight to the bottom. Straight to the bottom. It wouldn't move barely, but it'll start shredding that belt real quick. So clutch it is. For now, unless I find a snowmobile torque converter to modify on here, so I'll do that too. I would love to. Man. That would be awesome. Because it could support like 70 horsepower or more. I'll be flying down the interstate. Flying, buddy. I wonder how long this video is going to take to upload, man. Going for 45 minutes. And usually a 5-minute video takes me 2 hours to upload. Yeah, my upload speeds are bad. Verizon 4G is not any better. You might get half a gig. Or was it half a gig? You might get like half a megabyte. If you're lucky, you'll get 3/4 of a megabyte on Verizon. So, and that's terrible because I get 2/10, maybe 3/10 on this landline upload. God dang, it's going to take me days to upload. Should be worth it though. I need that watch time. Turbo, I need the turbo too. I need 2 of them. Oh yeah, if you're wondering how I tuned it, I just took the mass airflow off, gained more fuel, messed with the spout connector. I think it took a few degrees off of the total timing. It definitely took degrees off of the initial timing. So, man, I've never talked so much. My mouth and throat sore from moving. Ugh. This is more like a 45-minute challenge to me now. Talking straight for 45-minute challenge. God. I'm starting to get a cramp in my neck. Audio. What am I going to do about audio? Well, first things first, I need an amplifier. And 250 watts, which is what this is, will not cut it. Because this thing right here pumps out 400 when I connect it to everything. And, I mean, it's not bad, not too bad when the car's off. Because I can still walk away from it and hear the audio. But I need about 1,000 watts, man, for real. Especially when I'm driving. No, it's like you can't hear it. You can't hear the audio. You just can't hear it. You can't. Not at all. Not at all. Not one bit. Not even 1%. You have to know when to shift, so the exhaust is louder by default. Oh yeah, and plus those little cherry bombs I got in there that I had, that I will need to add more exhaust mufflers. I need to do that because it's already too loud as it is. And I like my side pipes too, but when I go for emissions, they gotta go. I have to do something about that. 10 more minutes. 10 more jaw hurting minutes. Man, when I start running like more than 8 psi, if I ever do, I'm going to need to put that intercooler somewhere. How do you guys do it? You have to remove the radiator fan, the radiator, flashlight, again. I guess that wouldn't be too bad, too tough. There is some space there, but I wonder how bad it'll heat up the radiator. And how much of the bumper do I have to remove? And there's some lines there. I have to reroute them. What are those? I don't know. I'll look into it another time. I guess it would look alright. I'll give my car a nice chrome grill, chrome teeth. That'd be cool. You would like that, wouldn't you? I bet you would. Better like what I've done so far. Trying to be a pussy magnet, you know, that too. So, when I get this thing really tuned, I'm going to hook it up to my computer, my ECU. Man, the ECU chip costs $200. I know a guy where I can get it for $200. Usually costs $250. And the editor, where you edit everything. First I have to get the thing for my ECUs, costs another $30, the strategy. So I can upload to the everything editor, whatever it's called. I know it's called binary editor from the Motes Coder Horse. Yeah. Well, that's alright, I guess. That seems pretty easy. Especially tuning it to have like a two-step, a rev limiter, having fire coming out of the turbo or the exhaust. Or in this case for emissions from the turbo out the exhaust. I don't even know if it'll spit fire because I'll have to have catalytic converters. I always try it. And I'll try and have it removable whenever I put those on. So I don't want those on all the time. Man, I got a splinter, man. It's metal. Okay, I got that out. It took me like 2-3 minutes. That was bothering me the whole 30 minutes I've been talking to y'all. 33. Would be nice to speed this thing up, but this thing's a gas hog, for real. This thing might as well be going like 50 miles an hour. This thing uses more gas than that 212 over there. Seriously. I mean, it's got more power than the John Deere, more torque, pulling power. It's noticeable. Maybe I should do a pulley thing. I don't. It's not going to happen, but it would be cool. Need me some gas so I can go hit some drifts. I need to do a drift recording for my little music video, a short music video. I've got the lyrics all recorded and all. I've got a few clips in, but I just need a few drifts because that's the song title, Drift. Until then, I'll be trying to earn some money, some cash in the pocket for turbos, camshaft, valve springs. Whatever else. Tires, everything. I need to get another job. Pays better. A lot better. Got all my nice and shiny pipes from when I had a rear mount turbo. I mean, it spooled when it was in the rear, but you would have to be off idle for it to spool. It didn't do very well, I guess. It needed a bigger compressor. Just like it needs up here. It'll spool up here, but it needs a bigger compressor. Came off a 1.4 liter Fiat 500. Yeah, this thing won't beat it all. Can't wait to have one of these working again. I want to get this done. I want to build myself a motorcycle. That's what I want to do. Replace all this. And I don't know, I'd put the turbo on the side because this does weigh a little bit on the side. It does feel funny. But yeah, turbo, motorcycle, thicker. Then move everything. Gas tank up here. Yeah, it'll be something. Will definitely be something. I also thought of an idea to do some spinners. I don't think I'll ever actually do it, but I've got the idea. I know how to do it. Just gotta take these covers off of the wheel, drill in, and tap, then get like a pipe, and then thread that so it'll thread into the pipe. Get some hubcaps, and well, you need a bearing that. I guess it'll screw into the bearing, and the bearing will press into there. And that pipe that's coming out will press into the hubcap. I don't know, should it have a bearing too? I don't know, it's an idea though. Maybe a money maker. Who knows? I'm not too fond of spinners, but you know, why not? Something to do, something to sell. Like I said, I'm an innovator, a creator, kind of. I just can't help but look at those cherry red valve covers and that shiny intake. Cherry red. Need to put that turbo right there and turbo right there. And another thing is, how do I route that over there? I guess it could come straight across, but I don't want the hood to be up in the middle, just on the sides. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is my giant battery. Old one, the stock one was like that and that. So that was huge. I had to bend the battery thing out of the way. I had to pull this towards over here. I had to get another one of those because the lead one broke. Alright, that's enough talking for me. Until next time, I'll let the videos talk for me. Drift time, drift time. I don't know how many of you actually stayed and watched the whole video. Well, thanks and peace. Have a good time. Show me some awesome videos of you drifting. I would love to see it. Some burnouts, some turbos of your car. Would be sweet. Peace out, yo. Time to drink some water. It's hot out here.